Hello my friends, how are you? Right, we're going to do a lesson today about the little things. I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about the little things that really matter, the little attention to detail things. Things that if you get wrong can completely mess up your otherwise wonderful repertoire. So we're going to see if we can have a look at something quite simple. Now this lesson is all for those people who've played a bit and you know they don't want to start at beginners level. I do special tutorials now on Wednesdays for those who are just starting off. These are for people who've played a little bit but they want to just push the boat a little bit further. Alright, so we're going to look at a little bit more pleck control today, and I'll explain as we go on what we're going to do. I'm going to play a riff, you'll know what it is. Of course it's Bryan Adams' Run to You, where he's sitting in the snow singing to his guitar. Anyway, there we are. It's Americans for you. I'm sorry, I'm only kidding. Right, but you know, it's a brilliant song. A brilliant song. He's Canadian, isn't he? I don't know, whatever he is. But it's funny, it makes me, every time I see him sitting there in the snow freezing his balls off singing to this guitar, it always makes me laugh. Now, on a serious note, the reason I've chosen this particular riff is you only need to use two fingers, okay? So we're going to use our first finger here. Now, before we start, download your free paperwork. There's only one sheet to do with this, and there's another sheet as well. This lesson is going to be to look at your left hand and your right. We're looking at the pleck action for this. So download this capo 2. You don't have to use a capo if you don't want to. He does, that's why I've got one. But you can play quite well without it, you know, just be a lower key. All right, so download this, and you'll see down at the bottom, for those new to the channel, this is where your fingers are going to go, numbers on your fingers, and these are your string numbers here. And more importantly, and the reason for this lesson, is the direction of the pleck, right? Because this is where these are the little things that we need to get right, okay? As I shall demonstrate now. Now, generally speaking, our pleck, we want the pleck to run in the direction of the next string, okay? By the way, these things that we're going to do now, they're called arpeggios. I used to think arpeggio was a Brazilian football player that played alongside Pele. I didn't know it was a musical term. But what does it mean, this arpeggio thing? Well, it means that instead of playing a chord like that, you'd just pick out the individual strings of that chord. That's all it means. Right? Like a lot of stuff in music, a lot of fancy names, meaning just hit one string at a time. Alright, that's all it means. So whenever you see these big words, don't let them put you off. Okay, so anyway, the first thing we're going to do, first shape, finger number 2, like this, on your 5th string at the 2nd fret. Now, I've picked this one mainly because it's dead easy on the left hand. It's the pleck that we're interested in. I want you to play a 6, a 5 and a 4. You'll go down on the 6, down on the 5, and then up on the 4. Why up on the 4? Because we're going to come down on the 6 again. 6, 5, 4. So we've got this 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4. After that we're going to play a 5, so we'll come up, and then we'll play a 6 after that, so we're going to come up again. Because that's the way, the direction of the pleck. So 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6. And if you were to count that as part of the bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Alright? And put a bit of speed on that. Now, when you're doing these things, break them up into little bits. Don't try and do it all in one go and rush it, okay? When you've done that, keep that finger where it is, add your 3rd finger to the bass string as if you're going to play like a G shape, but we don't need any other fingers on. Again, we're going to do exactly the same pick. 6, 5, 4 again, same direction of the pleck, down, down, up, but this time we're going to jump very quickly up 2 frets to finish the pick off. 6, 5, 4, 5, 6. Alright? So the first shape, we did the whole bar at this position. What does that mean? We went 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The second bar, we put this finger, 1 and 2, and then from then on, and 3 and 4, and we play it 2 frets up. So if I put some speed to it, now can you see the way as well, the little things I'm anchoring? I know I'm not going to use these strings, I know I'm not going to play them, so I'm going to use these strings to hang on to, so I could control this pleck. I always say to my students, imagine that your pleck, you know, when you're doing these arpeggios, these single string things, it's like the point of a pencil, and this is your piece of paper, and you've got to be neat. You know, if you're writing to your bank manager, dear fascist bully boy, you know, you want to be nice and neat and precise so you can get that loan that you know he's going to say no to. All right, so precise. I'm starting to see Brian Adams now sitting in that field in the snow. He must have been freezing his balls off. Okay, so that's how you do that. Now the point of that thing was to show you that the pleck direction is really, really important. Okay, now that was a nice easy riff. I did a version of, or I did a tutorial of for Every Breath You Take. Now I'm going to play something, and don't be put off because I'm not going to show you how to do this. I've already done it and hardly any of you looked at it. This is Andy Summers' version of Every Breath You Take. Look at those stretches. Now before you all run off, right, we can do a version of that. I know that it's difficult, and I would find that difficult if I'd only been playing a short time, but with the use of this capo here and with my help, we can do this. I'm going to do this lesson today. I'm going to see how this one gets on, see if you're interested in these arpeggios, but I have actually mapped this out for you. All right, this is a nice easy way of playing Every Breath You Take. Now when I say the word easy, I don't mean that the notes are different, okay, because I don't believe in that. I don't make things easier and then destroy the tune at the same time. It's dead easy to do that. What we want to do by making it easier is to use the help of this capo to eliminate some of those stretches, but we will still play the same notes. So for example, if you can do this, so this is for the future, but again it's all to do with the little things, the pleck control, which we'll go into more detail. Okay, you know, if you can put one finger here and then one finger here, this is for next lesson, see how we get on, and then let's have a think. See that shape, nice and easy. To a C, D. Listen, D, not even got that finger on. Much better than, well, it's easier for you rather than go. Now some of you will be clever and say, well, what about that chord where if he's playing here in the song after one of the big stretches, he moves down a fret, and a clever observer would say, well, we can't do that, we've got a capo on here, so how are we going to get down to that F? And I would say, and it bothered me for a while, because we've got to play that same chord, we've got to find another way of playing that shape. Now the way to do it is, you know how to play C, don't you? If I went like this, now there's a magic trick. That's like, it's actually, I refer to it as, what do I refer as an F, because I always talk about the main shapes as if we didn't have a capo on, but that is a great way of playing an E flat. Okay, it's a C shape, a full C, but you must not under any circumstances, little things, play that particular string, otherwise it sounds shit. It sounds like this. Ooh. But if you do like this, so you can sort of get back into the track. Anyway, we can look at that one if you're interested. It's a nice, easy way of playing Every Breath You Take. Okay, so we've done some of the little things with regards to the play action. Incidentally, things like House of the Rising Sun and all that sort of stuff, it's vital that your pluck is moving the right way. Let's now look at something for the left hand. Okay, I want you to play this. Again, don't panic, it's dead easy. Okay, it's a thing called Arpeggios, which is a fantastic way. It's a grade, I think it's a grade 7 classical guitar piece, and most of you listening to this now will think, oh, there's no way I can do that. I think I'll do something else. Well, I promise you now, it's the easiest thing you will have done all week on your guitar. It really is. And I'm going to, for those, some of you may have seen me showing you how to do this before, but plenty of newbies here. So download this. You'll see another link. There's a link for the Run to You one, and there's going to be a link for this. It won't look as elaborate as this. It's simplified. You'll only see the first 2 bits. I can't, I've done it especially for you. This is my original one with the whole track. So you'll see these bits here, okay, there and there. So download that, and I'll explain now what you're going to do. And this is the pick. The only pick you're going to do with your finger is this, okay. So all you're going to play is this. You've got the capo off, okay. Now this is to exercise the fingers on your left hand, okay, because these are the little things that make all the difference when you come to perform. And what better way to exercise those fingers is, rather than just do and bore the pants off of not only yourself but everyone listening, let's do something that sounds cool whilst exercising those fingers at the same time. All right, so put your first finger on the 5th string at the 7th fret, where you'll see a nice convenient dot. Okay, 7th fret. Okay, there we are. And I want you to park your first finger on the 2nd string, 1, 2. Leave it there. Don't do anything with it. Okay, and you'll see why in a minute. All we're going to do is use our thumb for now. All right, that's all we're going to do. So 5th string at the 7th fret. 4th string at the 9th. 4th string at the 10th. Now when you play that one at the 10th, you can leave this one on. Don't try and take it off. Just leave it on. It's not doing any harm. So okay, 7, 9, 10, 7. Back to here. 7, 9, 10, 7. All right, and then back to the 9, and then finally the 10th fret on the 5th string. 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10. So most of those notes are on the 4th string, okay? The first and the last are on the 5th. 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10. And we will do that 3 times, and we'll just count up to 6, okay? It's not a very musical way of thinking about it, but it works. Okay, if you haven't counted up to 6, when you're playing these notes, then you've missed one out or you've done too many. I'll show you what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I know I've done enough. Da 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 da. Now, more importantly, is get the melody in your head. Dum 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 dum. Okay. Dum 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 dum. Now finally, the last one is slightly different. You're going to play the 4th string at the 7th fret, and then you're going to play the 5th string at the 9th, and then at the 10th, and you'll do that twice, back to the 7th, 9th on the 5th string, 10th on the 5th string. Dum 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 dum. All right, put the bits together. We've got dum 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 bum 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 bum. onto the 4th string. Dom, 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 dom. I find it very difficult to do it when I try and do it slow without that rhythm. I'll do it again. Okay, so we've got our thumb. That's our main melody. Now, after you strike your thumb, after you hit the string with your thumb, after every single note, you're going to play an open 2nd string. What does that mean? You're going to do this. That's all you're going to do. So, and you're only going to use your first fingers. No need to use all the others. So, you can keep the others on here if you like, just again to anchor your hand. Little things. Da 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 da, bum 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 bum. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. And you can play that at home, and people will come and say, "My God, that's brilliant." Now, I know that that's all you know, but they don't know that that's all you know. So what you do then is you go, "My God, is that the time I really must be off?" And do a quick dart, and you will leave them with the impression that you are a wonderful classical guitar player. They will not suspect for a minute that you've been watching me for 10 minutes and I've just shown you how to play. It's probably one of the most impressive intros ever on classical guitar, whilst at the same time being the simplest. It really is. It's so impressive. When I heard it, I just thought, God, I'll never be able to do that. And then there we are. You'll do it within, by the time you've gone downstairs, had a cup of tea, you'll do it. And don't forget, the information on how to play it is here. Dum, 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 dum. That's all you got to do, and you do it 3 times. And the last one here, da, 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 da. Now, for those people who are more advanced and they wanted to play the whole track, then I've got the whole thing here, all of it, which I've not put it up because I know it's a bit too far down the line for most of you. So we've got Run to You, which is all about the plec and making sure that we control that properly. And we've done a nice exercise on the for the left hand, whilst hopefully impressing those that have got to listen to it. All right. So now another thing, little things. Make sure your fingers are right near the fret. The further away from the fret, they'll buzz right near the fret. Doesn't matter what you're playing. If you're playing a chord, always get your fingers as near as you can to the fret, not down here. And when you're playing that G, you'll notice if your elbow's in, your fingers will splay that way. Bring your elbow out. Particularly with chords like this G here, or say you're playing a B7th. If you look at the B7th, you want to get all the fingers lined up. Now you can't do it if your elbow's in. Get your fingers out, so bam, near the fret, near the fret, near the fret. This one right near the fret, muting the bass string, either with your thumb or with this finger to let it touch. Making sure your guitar's not sloping away from your body. Keep it 90 degrees to the floor. Keep it flush with you. What tends to happen, we've discussed this, I talked about this last Wednesday, when you are learning to play something new, the inclination is to do this so you can see what you're doing, and of course your fingers go all over the strings and make it sound horrible. So we don't want to do that. All right, now a quick, they're the little things I wanted to talk about today. So Wednesday we're going to go back to more basic stuff, which hopefully you'll join me with. These are the things that I've been working on, just so you know what we're going to be doing in the future. And feel free to shout out which ones you'd like to do first, because ultimately it's up to you. We can do Big Yellow Taxi by Joni Mitchell, which is all completed and now finished, so we could do that one. That's got an open tuning. It's good that for people who suffer from arthritis and stuff, 'cause you tune your guitar to an open chord and makes it really easy to play and very impressive. This is a good one. I love this. This is I'm a Believer by the Monkees. It's got a great intro and it's just a great song, I thought love was only true in fairy tale. That's a great song. We could do that one. Okay, I'm a Believer. That one. Some of my American chums asked me if I'd do this one. Jack and Diane, which I did with a friend of mine the other day. Okay, Jack and Diane, we can have a go at that if you fancy that one. What else have we got? Oh, Gymnopédie #1. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's that beautiful classical piece. La da 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 dee da 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 da. We can have a look at that. Now, a lot of Lindsey Buckingham fans out there, I've actually learned this one. Stephanie. It's off his first album. Beautiful instrumental piece, which one of my students challenged me to learn, which I did. Thank you, Mr. Stephen Ward. So I've done that one, and if I get enough people who are interested, I'll do a tutorial for it. I'm not sure whether I will, but if you've not heard it, check it out, because I've spent the time getting it all ready to go. Every Breath You Take, of course, which I was just discussing, and for my practice is this. Again, there's that track I'm learning. Well, I've learned it. I know what it is. Can I play it? Can I help? 10 years I've been working on this. Features the tremolo, as I said before. So that's what I've got to learn. And that Asterius stuff, the one that you've been playing, if I was to say to you, right, everybody, we're going to do this now, okay, so get your guitar out, you poo your pants and run away. Well, that's what we've just been doing. You know, I've even simplified it more than this. When I say simplified, again, I don't mean I've taken any notes out. I mean, I've just made it easier, hopefully, for you to understand. All right, so that's where we are. Wednesday, I'm going to be doing the beginners one. I want to say thank you, a sincere thanks to those people who've been doing the super thanks thing where they put a little donation. It's very it's lovely of you to do that. So thank you for that. It all goes into the fund, the tea and coffee fund. So cheers for whoever's been doing that. It is appreciated. Thank you. And I'll look forward to. Oh, and next Saturday, I'm doing another live stream. So you can fire whatever questions you've got. Put me to the test. That's what I'm here for. Say, can you play this? Can you play that? Let's see what I know. Okay, it's up to you. Try not to choose anything too obscure. I'll be honest with you, I'm shit at modern jazz, so if we can forget that for a kick-off. What else am I shit at? I'm not very good at all that sort of, all that slappy stuffy, whatever you call it. I like things I can remember. I like memorable melody. If it's got a memorable melody, even if it's fast, I don't care. But fire it to me and see what we can do. Or just tell me, and if I can play it, I'll give you a quick rendition there and then. Okay, that's what live music is all about. Right, I shall look forward to seeing you on Wednesday for those beginners. Failing that, I shall look forward to seeing the rest of you on next Saturday, 9 o'clock, Greenwich Mean Time. Till then, you take care of yourselves, and thank you.